nobody know the judgments. But he takes on the magnet MickMcGowan, the man from Dublin who saw off John Michael, the Deadly Rose. A record-breaking, history-making 13-time champion of Greece. In the opening round here yesterday, we've seen two seeded players make it through in contrasting ways. Gerwyn Price, very impressive, 99 average and a 6-1 defeat of Krzysztof Ratajski. And Ian White, the Diamond, a 6-5 winner against John Bowles. A laboured display from the world number 14. Can Jelle Klaasen turn it on despite his injury problems? Chris Murphy sat alongside me, Dan Dawson. We're going to find out.
Yeah, we certainly are, and we'll see what kind of mindset he's got, having been eliminated from the Premier League as well. Disappointing.
First leg, Jelle to throw first. Game on.
Disappointing campaign for both him and Kim Huybrechts, meaning that Judgment Night will be something of a damp squib, as you mentioned. However, the race to the playoffs will be exciting, but it could work both ways, Dan. You mentioned yesterday the breath of relief from Dave Chisnell that saw him return to form after being eliminated from the Premier League last year. Meanwhile, Robert Thornton, who survived, has struggled for form since then. However, Klaasen plagued by injury, a wrist injury that he's threatening to have some kind of operation on as well.
Yeah, start of May, I understand, is when he's looking at having something done. And from what I understand, I had a chat with Paul Nicholson, who suffered the same problem.
44.
He's talking about, you look at it 6 weeks out, just not doing anything with it.
Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a 6-week gap in the darting calendar, especially for a player that's ranked inside the top 10.
99.
Yeah. Yes, you certainly would. And Jelle Klaasen, it's got to be so frustrating for him, because over the last 2 years, he felt he'd done enough to be in the Premier League last year. He was talking, I think I've done enough. You know, he had a run to the semi-finals of the World Championship. He was superb on the European Tour.
It was a very strong argument. He did more to be in the Premier League last year than he did for this year's inclusion. However, he got his chance.
122.
And has been a bit of a disparity between, well, let's be honest, him and Huybrechts were the two places that were debatable, that most people kind of knew the other 8 players would be in, and they've proved to be the Premier players.
Game shown, the first leg.
No, nothing wrong with that opening leg from Jelle Klaasen. Takes out
Game on.
double 10 for a holder throw. And I do wonder, I mean, we've seen it in the Premier League from Klaasen over the last couple of weeks, where
95.
everything seems fine for the first 2 or 3 legs, and then he starts holding the wrist and shaking his hands and evidently causing him problems. But, I mean, it can't just be something that comes on after 5-10 minutes of play. He'll have been here practicing for several hours before, and so I'm not quite sure how his practice routine works. Does he just do 5 minutes on and then go and have a sit down for 10 and just do another 5 minutes? I'm not quite sure if it's affected his whole preparation for playing as well.
If Paul Nicholson or Rod Harrington were sat alongside you now, Dan, I'm sure they would be saying something along the lines of, you feel those things more when you're losing.
Yeah, I quite agree.
140.
But yeah, Klaasen and Huybrechts have given us some real masterclasses over the course of the Premier League. Huybrechts particularly in his 2 seasons in the Premier League over the last 3 years, of finding ways to lose points from winning positions, or, you know, not taking opportunities that were there. And it's only the odd dart here and there, but unfortunately they're usually the most important ones.
There's been no shortage of drama and antics in the matches of Kim Huybrechts, has there, in the Premier League this year?
Love antics. Antics are great. Shenanigans.
Yeah, Adrian Lewis thought there was a bit of a stamp.
Yes. Phil Taylor's not shy in trying to put Kim Huybrechts in his place, although very fortunate the power not to suffer a first defeat to Huybrechts. But it matters not, as Jelle finds the treble 16 to go for double 4. He's moved away from leaving double 18, hasn't he? He's decided it's a conscious decision to try and not leave double 18, because the switch to double 9, and then obviously it has to be split up.
Well, there was a time when the majority of players would leave double 16 purely because it split down more than any other number. Just fine.
Jelle Klaasen, third leg, Jelle
double four.
first.
And that's a break of throw, and he doubles his advantage. So
39.
Man, I have to say, I think it's a bit of a strange decision. As we see Jelle, that's the first time I've spotted him really stretching his hand out and just shaking it. And it came after a visit of 39.
119.
I think it's a strange decision on Jelle's behalf because, quite frankly, over the last 2 years, I think he's been superb, Jelle Klaasen. I think he's been very unfortunate not to have had more success than he has had. I think he's come against some inspired performances against him, mostly at the hands of Michael van Gerwen. But a lot of his success has been built on the fact he scores heavily and he is deadly on double 18.
Well, he may feel he should have won this tournament last year, Dan. He was beaten in the final by Alan Norris, 6-5.
4-2 up, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he was threatening all year to win a European Tour event, putting some fantastic performances. As you said, often ran into MVG.
Who played his best game of the weekend.
Yeah, and then got to the final, got himself in a position to win the title, but proceeded to, I won't say give it away because Alan Norris had to win the match, but he walked away with a winner's cheque and the title, and Jelle Klaasen didn't. Can he put that right this weekend?
Well, it would be a surprise for Jelle Klaasen to go on and do it with the injury that he's obviously struggling with.
Struggling?
On a third leg. Jelle Klaasen, full leg, Mick to throw first. Game on.
Well. The Cobra. Spitting that one into the bullseye for a 130 checkout, and he is all over MickMcGowan like a rash. And good to see from Jelle. But it's a different story if you've got to turn up tomorrow and win 4 games, isn't it? Not only have you got all your practice, and then 1 game, but then 3 more in relatively quick succession. How does the hand hold up then?
Yeah, well, it would be kicking off as McGowan lands the match of his own. Should he finish a job here against the Magnet, he will take on Dave Chisnell or Dimitri van den Berg tomorrow.
.46.
3 times these two have met. Every single one has been won by Jelle Klaasen. Slightly different circumstances
86.
around this one, though.
Yeah, the first of those was back in 2008 in Bristol.
That was the MickMcGowan version 1.0.
Yeah.
60.
It was before he took his own break because of illness and injury, and then returned in the last couple of years on a couple of Irish match plays.
85.
Looking good for a first leg here, though.
120.
Yep, Shanghai, the shots. Well, Klaasen will get a stab at 150.
42.
Which route will he opt for?
150. Sorry, 61. Mick requires 78.
Good dart from McGowan, looking at double 12 now for his first leg. That's bang in the middle of the bed. Just gives him something to try and build upon in this one. And he knows McGowan, he knows Jelle's struggling, but everybody knows it. He'll be hoping that just take it close. Take it close. They've got a real chance here because there's every possibility that Jelle's level may drop as the game goes on.
Talk about Jelle Klaasen having to win potentially 4 matches yesterday. Just spare a thought for Russ Bray, who's got a potential 39 matches to call over this weekend.
99.
Well, theoretically, Russ could have 176 legs of darts to call today. Obviously, we've had 165, 6-1 for Gerwin Price has helped him out. This might warm up Russ's vocal cords. That's Jelle's first one. 2 for the match now.
Yeah, and you just fancied it after the first start. Well, I certainly did anyway.
96. Yellow, you require
107 to restore a 3-leg cushion. There we go, 10 for tops.
Game shot on the 5th
No problem.
Jelle Klaasen, 6-leg Mick
287 points, taken out in 6 darts. That is the sort of stuff that Jelle Klaasen has produced regularly over the last couple of years that has got him into the world's top 10. Flying again now is Jelle. 3 PDC titles to his name. Won his first one when he moved over, way back after winning the Lakeside a decade ago. But the next 2, steady on Russell.
When we talk about him running into MVG, he's in the same half of the draw as Michael van Gerwen, but can't meet him till the semi-finals on this occasion. The trend for the last few years on the European Tour, by the way, is that Michael van Gerwen races out of the blocks. He won the first 4 events 2 years ago, the first 3 last year.
Yeah, he does tend to start like a man on a mission. 5 19s is the 95 Jelle Klaasen needed to get down to the biggest finish of the lot.
Well, he's already had a 130 on the ball. But he needs to take out the 170 on the ball to win this leg, and McGowan lands the 75th 180. Here we go, treble, bull, just above the wire.
Tiny margin away from the 170 checkout. MickMcGowan, double 16. And he's missed outside, then inside, and Jelle Klaasen for a 5-1 lead. This could be a killer blow. Purse of the lips, he nearly hit the double. That is the double he wanted.
Jelle Klaasen,
and Jelle Klaasen in charge of this one. And he will be delighted if he can see this off in 7 legs and just get back and rest that wrist.
Yeah, well, Klaasen's doing to McGowan what the Magnet did to John Michael yesterday. Comfortable win for the Irishman
57
against the Greek. But it looks like the Dutchman will be progressing, and it's been safety for the seeds so far. White and Price safely through. Michael Smith, the next seed up in action. He's facing Jan Dekker after this one, and Klaasen coming for another max. And he's left 130 again.
Well, he may not need to go the bullseye route. In fact, he won't need to when he returns. So 2 visits here for Jelle Klaasen to see this off and claim a 6-1 win and book his place in the final day of action here at the HappyBet German Darts Championship. That is not the setup he was after, but it does mean that he should get at least 1 match dart when he returns. And MickMcGowan, the Irishman's challenge, appears to be fading, and fading pretty fast.
41.
Very fast indeed.
Jelle, you require 86.
Yeah, no need to go 18 bullseye, because McGowan still not down to a finish. It'll be double top for the Dutchman to book his place in the 3rd round to face either Dimitri Vandenberg or Dave Chisnell tomorrow. And yes, he's got to win 4 games tomorrow if he's going to claim his first Euro Tour title. That's something to worry about later. Just get this one done and dusted. Exactly like that. It's a 6-1 win. Not spectacular by any means from Klaasen, but he took out the 130 checkout, and he was a whisker away from the 170. Klaasen a 6-1 winner, McGowan knocked out, and a big score in Michael Smith coming up against the multiple Lakeside semi-finalist Jan Dekker.
Klaasen, applaus for MickMcGowan. Jelle, congratulations. That was a fast one. Good start in the tournament.
Yeah, I think this is the first time that I really didn't focus, because the last few months I've been struggling with my wrist, and I just wanted to enjoy the game and just throw darts and don't think too much about every time the throw hurts. So no, I'm happy with this win.
Good memories to Hildesheim. You reached the final last time. Is it a good memory or a bad memory because you lost that final?
Because you let me remember it, it's a bad memory now, but no, it's a good memory. It's always nice to be in Germany. I love the tournaments in Germany, so I like it.
What is the most difficult thing with Premier League? It's interesting. In my opinion, you really played really well, but it was this big couple of moments you couldn't get. Is that the reason, or what is the most difficult thing?
For me, at the moment, playing with an injury, I think even though every throw hurts, I showed that I still can keep up with the best, even though I'm not playing 100%. And I'm just waiting for an MRI scan next week and then surgery, and then I will prove that I will be there next year.
How long will be the break?
Only 2 weeks, so that's not that bad.
Okay. First of all, see you tomorrow again. Thank you very much. Jelle Klaasen.